It is time now to give out some high fives as Harp and CeeLo are back. All right, Harp, let's start with you. Give us some top 5 storylines to watch in Mets camp from now until opening day.
Let's go from 5 to 1. I start out with the 5. It's the top prospects. It's called spring breakout. MLB's doing this with, we're going to have prospects only playing these games. And with the Mets, you know, obviously the farm system is a big part of their story now. So you're going to see guys like Jet Williams, Acuna, Gilbert, all those guys, see what they can do. So, you're going to see them more than in just this game, but that game in particular, you're going to really focus in on them. And 4 for me is as the manager, Mendoza. Does he have managerial presence? I mean, you're really not going to get a good feel until the season starts and he's under the gun, making in-game decisions, things like that. But you get a little bit of a feel for what he's about and how he handles questions, things. You start to see that. So that's important, I think, as well. And then I got, I think, Severino's 3. Severino, is he missing bats? Is he inducing weak contact? Because last year, he had really bad rates as far as he wasn't getting enough swing and misses. I think it had to do a lot with the pitch tipping. We've talked about that. Well, he's got the stuff still to do it. But if everything's not working right, he got hit hard last year. He's still throwing 96, 97. I think he's really important to that rotation. And then I have
Baty,
yeah. I mean, we need to see. Look, he had holes in his swing that pitchers found last year that you couldn't find in the minors, especially down in, which is unusual for a lefty. He's got to figure that out. And finally, Marte, for me, he's the key. Could be the key to this season, really. If he's back to his old self, and we'll get an idea in spring training if he's moving well, because last year he wasn't moving in right field well, even though he looked okay on the bases at times. He's got to be back to his old self if this offense is going to have a chance to be a solid, above-average offense.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He was so dynamic in 2022. All right, CeeLo, give us your top 5 storylines to watch at Yankees camp.
All right, well, look, Juan Soto's here. He's a Yankee for now, but there were some players that were moved out in order to bring him aboard as the Yankees kind of took a little bit of a hit as far as their pitching depth down on the minor league level. We saw the guys like Randy Vasquez, and Johnny Brito last year. So who are the guys that are going to step up and when the Yankees need to go into the system and bring somebody up to start, whether it's a Luis Gil, who we saw a couple years ago, who's back from Tommy John surgery. So they have some other youngsters that maybe we don't know about yet. They're going to have a chance to pitch spring training, and we'll get a look at their arms. So Soto here, his adjustments to life as a Yankee, and it's a little different because we don't know yet that he's here for the long haul. Some of the stars they brought in the past on big contracts, on trades that were already signed to big contracts, and they knew they were going to be here for a while. You can settle in. For him, adjusting on the fly and getting comfortable in these new surroundings. You saw Giancarlo Stanton on Monday. No one's ever going to confuse him for a shrimp, but he has trimmed down. You can see it standing next to Aaron Judge, especially in his lower half. This new physique says he wants to get back to being a baseball player. Some swing changes he hinted at. Can that actually help him stay on the field and get back to being a productive player? The health in the rotation, Carlos Rodon and Nestor Cortez. It was a struggle for both of them last year. It's been a struggle for Cortez really since the All-Star break in 2022. So can those guys stay healthy through spring training and start the year ready to go opening day in that first couple of weeks of the season? And on that note, when you concern yourself with depth and injuries, Brian Cashman said we're not pencils down yet as far as adding to the pitching staff. A lot of talk about Blake Snell. Maybe it's more an under-the-radar move. Maybe it's a trade, someone we haven't spent as much time talking about. But it sounds like the Yankees are at least open to the potential.
Judge making predictions.
Pitcher.
Judge is calling
we're not done yet. Yeah, look, they're not. They definitely need to add another pitcher. All right, Chris, Harp, thanks for joining us here on Honda Sports Night.